Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So let's get right into your messages, see what healing messages are coming forth to give you guidance, clarity, and insight. Divine creative source, infinite intelligence, ancestors for our highest evolving and elevation. What are the messages you have for us that provide insight, clarity, and guidance? Thank you for the messages that come forward. Thank you. So we have cycles coming out, card number 5. So there is some change that's happening around someone that feels sad. Something sad happened. For some of you, it's sadness because of rejection. Card number 13 here. With the 13 being the death card, that gives me, again, that this cycle is ending or transforming for many of you. And we have the card of cycles, number 6. So there is some progress I'm feeling for many of you when it comes to a phase of feeling sad. For some of you, feeling sad about being rejected. For some of you, this is cycles. This is a cycle that has repeated. For some of you, for many of you, this is just a cycle that you're ending, finding more balance within self. And at the bottom of the deck, we have help from above. So you're receiving this help from above, card number 27, 9, so that these cycles can end. Whatever cycles of sadness for whatever it is about. Let's find out. Go a little deeper. Sadness. Why is this here for the collective? What is this sadness about? Clarify this sadness. Why is this here? Card number 5 with sadness. Sadness. Okay. So we have, 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. If that's not sadness, I don't know what is. Like 5 and 5, and then you have this 5. So some of you may be seeing 5, 5, 5. 5 is very significant here in that it's bringing forth this change. Change because some of you felt left out in the cold, some of you felt rejected, and you've been holding on to this sadness of what went wrong instead of being able to heal it. For some of you, this has been, I'm feeling like a continuous, you've been in this cycle for quite some time. Tell us more about this rejection. Card number 13. Rejection. Clarify this rejection. Why is this energy here? Rejection. Clarify rejection. Card number 13. Rejection. Clarify rejection. Why is this here? Okay. Yep, someone either chose someone else over you or put you in a situation that really hurt your heart. For some of you, because they rejected you, we have the 3 of Swords here. We also have the Lovers in reverse and the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So nothing is happening in this situation. It's not moving forward. It's not just not happening, it's not moving. It's a no-go. Straight up, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a no-go. It's like no from the door. So many of you are going to have to come to terms with this or just let this cycle go. It's not moving. Chariot in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is already the slowest moving knight when it's upright. When it's turned upside down, it's just no. If there ever was a no, that's no. The only one of those that came out upright is the Three of Swords. So some of you are hurt about this cycle of things not moving forward, of feeling rejected. Let's find out more about this cycle. Tell us more about this cycle, please. Why is this energy here? Clarify cycles. Clarify cycles, please. What about these cycles? What do we need to know concerning these cycles? Cycles. Yeah, it's just time to rest and recuperate from this cycle. Four of Swords here on the bottom of the deck. You have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords in reverse. It's time to come out of feeling tied up and bound and being in this cycle. You've invested a lot of time, a lot of energy. It's time to rest and recuperate when it comes to these cycles. Let's find out if there's anything else that wants to come out from this deck. Any other messages? Any other messages from this deck? Okay, last time. Are there any other messages? Okay, yeah, we got that one. And now we'll take from True Love Oracle to see what is it you need to know when it comes to healing this sadness, when it comes to getting over this cycle of rejection and sadness. What are the messages for the collective? What do they need to know? What are the messages? What do they need to know? Okay, we have life purpose on the bottom here. So many of you may want to focus more on your life's purpose as you're moving into more spiritual maturity about dating and about who and what is compatible to you, with you. Coming out, we have the soulmate and distorted masculine. So some of you rejected a distorted masculine. Some of you may have been in distorted masculine. Take it as it resonates. Either in distorted masculine or dealing with a distorted masculine. Because remember, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, right? And so this distorted masculine energy is speaking about how society distorts the actions you take. The actions towards making money, the actions towards aggression, how you handle aggression, the actions to what you do with your time and how you use the time that you're given. Yeah, we say time is an illusion, but everybody's got a watch or watching their phone or has to be somewhere or doing something by a specific time. And you still only get a cycle, if you don't want to use time, a cycle, a period of which you get to use as the sun comes up and it goes down throughout your earthly experience here, right? And so some, whether you're a man or a woman, we're in this distorted masculine energy. The distorted masculine energy here, for some of you, this was your soulmate with card number 33 here. But it's about, like, with this energy, I get that it was like, not so much about the rat race, but I get that energy underlaying. But this is also with, like, it's almost this energy of feeling like proving something to someone, whichever side of the coin you're on. But it's like ego is the best way I can describe it. Wanting to show up a certain way, do things a certain way. And when that didn't necessarily work, this is what's making some of you sad. Because this is what they said you do. You go to school a certain amount of time, you find a wife, you get married, whatever, you find a husband, take it as it resonates. You go to school, you get a job, you make a certain amount of money. That energy of having to do it the way that has been stipulated, right? And many of you are finding that this cycle, the energy that you've put into certain cycles to accomplish things a certain way, because these are the actions that were suggested to take, programmed for many to take. Now that you're waking up to this actually not being compatible with you, not satisfying you, it's creating this cycle. And many of you are wanting to reject it or feeling rejected because you're not able to accomplish certain things you thought would make you feel a certain way, look a certain way, appear a certain way. That's distorted masculine energy, man or woman. Now it's like, and this could definitely be when it comes to relationships as well. I gotta have the bad chick, she gotta look like this, I make enough money to get this kind of chick. You're not, what was the thing they used to say a while back? You're an alpha male or high value. There you go. High value man. And so you deserve this kind of woman, or you're like that thing, that mindset, right? And many of you are finding that you had the money, you went about it, you did things a certain way, and it still was not satisfying to you. And it's literally, even if you're not showing it, subconsciously making you sad. Same thing if you put it up, flip the coin to the women. Okay, so he's got the money, but he has no sense of sensitivity, no compassion. Okay, he knows how to pay the bills, but that's about it. Communication skills are lacking. So you may not be carrying broke dude energy, but you're broke emotionally. Take it as it resonates. Clarify this distorted masculine energy. Why is this here? Distorted masculine. Distorted masculine. when it came to the household, when it came to creating stability, we have the Four of Wands here. We also have the Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So it's like many want to come out of this cycle of feeling stabbed in the back after what the things are that they went after. Now you want to be in this cycle of celebration, having a new beginning. Enough with going after things that don't satisfy you, or being around people, or even, this is more so outer influence with the distorted masculine, because the divine masculine knows how to go within, knows the things that, how to have a balance, right? But distorted masculine, you get that Ten of Swords energy where you dealt with certain people because it looked a certain way, and then you got a knife in the back because it wasn't what it appeared to be. You dealt with certain, the paths, you know, and the people, the energies that you came into contact with. Now you're recognizing that you don't even mind your circle being smaller, and not dealing with so many energies, and not have to go after things a certain way. It's almost like you want to have this new beginning, to choose your soulmate that's more compatible with you, to choose things that actually resonate with your soul, things that make you celebrate at a soul level. Let's go into this soulmate energy. Clarify soulmates. What more do we need to know? Why is this energy here? Soulmates. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We have the King of Swords here and the Queen of Swords, soulmates. So it's like you're looking for your counterpart. And we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles here. So when it comes to soulmates, it's like you do want your counterpart. I feel like now that many of you have come out of this cycle of being in distorted masculine energy, or this is the encouragement, and getting over this sadness and this rejection, you're taking a clear, more level-headed approach to when you're looking for a soulmate. Yes, you do want someone that is on your level. Nine of Pentacles here. It's like they're emotionally stable. It's like they can carry their own as well as you can carry your own. They can meet you on your level. Even when it comes to communication, Page of Pentacles here. Taking your time to find the ways to communicate. And this communication comes with active listening as well. Being clear in your thoughts. The thing that I have with this soulmate here is that, or what's puzzling me, is that there's just not one cup on the board. And the one cup that's here is the Five of Cups. So even when it came to soulmates, yes, this is your counterpart mentally, And materially, we have the pentacles and the swords, right? But not one cup came out. Although we did have the two of cups on the bottom of the deck with the sun, things are being exposed about any illusions when it comes to this family, your legacy, what you're creating, and how certain cycles are ending. Now there's going to be some moving forward, more kindness and communication, even some apologies if necessary, to hold the faith, to keep hope alive, to balance things out. Some may be focused more on finances or worried about how to balance the finances because you feel like your counterpart has your back turned to you. That's a part of this rejection energy. You're looking forward, looking ahead, looking at them. And for some of you, you may feel that they have their back turned to you and they're not giving you much. Especially in the form of communication. So let's get some insight before we take an oracle card. And Four of Wands again. Be quiet, please. Four of Wands, Eight of Wands. Auntie will play with you in a minute. Just sit quietly for a little bit. Any messages for guidance or insight that you have when it comes to this cycle of rejection and sadness? Many of you are just learning about soulmates and what's compatible with you because you're moving into your life's purpose. Some of you, it is to have someone who you are very compatible with, especially intellectually. It's like you'll be able to create towards what the two of you will be creating in the mental plane will create abundance in the physical. Any clarifying messages? Hold, please. Okay. What is the guidance and the insight for this message? What is the guidance? What do you suggest? What can they do to come out of this cycle of sadness and rejection? What is the guidance, please? Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Hangman. So, taking a pause. I'll put this over here. Taking a pause is what I'm getting. To become more in touch with your truth, your inner truth. To let go and gain a new perspective, new enlightenment. To let go of this regret. Five of Cups coming out again. We also have the Tower here. The Death card. The Five of Wands. Three of Wands. Here's that Knight of Pentacles upright. And the Eight of Pentacles. So, taking this pause, this surrender, to get over this cycle, to let go of this cycle of sadness and feeling rejected. So that you're able to gain a new perspective, some enlightenment as to how to move more in your truth, more in alignment with truth. As you're gaining deep insight about your soulmate, for many of you, ready to have a change or release, to let go of disappointment and being pessimistic. feeling like everything is lost and being in grief. For many of you, this grief came because you felt like there were rivals or competition. There was some disagreements possibly between you and your partner. Doesn't have to be disagreements from others about who you were choosing. Things that created a lot of tension and strife. But it's like many of you are ready to have this change and let go of the chaos. You're awakening to this sudden insight now about this cycle. And you're ready to allow the cycle to end of sadness and rejection so that you can have this new beginning where you're in this energy of preparation, wanting to expand now the soulmate energy, communication, tapping into the opportunities, willing to put the work in to be more productive, to have a soulmate. Now you know what didn't work for you, what distorted energies, especially when it came to your actions, distorted masculine energy, right? Now you're wanting to take responsibility, or this is the suggestion. The suggestion is to take a pause, get over this regret, come out of this strife and this tension, and allow the release to occur so that you can have this awakened beginning, so that you can get more prepared to take this opportunity and be more efficient, take responsibility, to be more diligent when it comes to soulmate, be more diligent about being more balanced with your emotions, developing the skills to come out of distorted masculine energy, and putting in the work. Sometimes something didn't work in one way, but it's like repetition is the key. So you tried once to express your feelings. Now it's like you have to find a way of communicating. It's like the more you do it, the more you open up to communicate, the easier it will become, instead of just being in your head, keeping what's hurting or the sadness within. And rejection is something that we all go through. There's not one person that hasn't been rejected for something. You applied for a job and they went with someone else. For some of you, this is what that's about, and then you feel rejected. For others of you, it's about partnerships. And maybe you wanted someone and they chose someone else, or they chose you and another person. For some of you, we have the Three of Swords here, right? But rejection comes in all forms in life. It could be within family, aka being the black sheep. And so it's now finding ways to not stay in distorted energy. Yes, feel your emotions. Not suppress them. When you're sad, you're sad. When you feel rejection, you feel it. And it's okay to feel your emotions, right? But it's then, how do you implement ways to balance that energy out? Because we're going to have a multiplicity of emotions. If you're here having this human experience, that's a part of the joy of it all. You wouldn't know joy without having sadness, the duality of it all, right? So it's like, how do you get back to the middle? How do you balance it out instead of being weighed down by the sadness? And of course, you won't be happy-go-lucky and happiness all the time. But where is that ground where sadness meets happiness and it neutralizes, so that you can be in this coherent energy? You're more coherent with your heart and your mind. You're not too emotional, and you're not so stoic either, where you can't express your emotions. It's a part of it all, and it's really just a part of the purpose of learning life. You're becoming the apprentice as you're on the journey for self-mastery. And knowing self is what allows you to be able to, because as you know yourself, then you know what energies resonate with you, how you're able to be more compatible. And the thing about the resonating with compatibility between another person is that even people change. So as they're evolving, are you able to still appreciate them in their evolution? As well as appreciate yourself as you're evolving. We all change. The things that were so wonderful for you when you were 19 and 20 are not necessarily the things that excite you when you're 29 and 30. And the things when you're 29 and 30 may not be the things you're looking for when you're 49 and 50. In your 20s, you wanted a house, you wanted kids. At 40, 50, maybe you decide you don't want kids and you want to travel. The thing of it is that things change. And even this sadness that you're in, it will change. But how will you allow the cycle to change you? Will you then become a bitter Bob or a bitter Betty? Or will you take this sadness, allow it to flow through you, gain what wisdom it has taught you, and become a better, I was going to say better Becky, a better Brianna, or a better Brandon? Are you going to be bitter Bob, bitter Becky, or better Brandon and better Brianna? That's what the cycles are here for. We all go through them. Not one person has not been sad. And if you haven't, well, there's some good members to the BetterHelp Clinic and psychologists. And that's also something as well. If you feel like you need to talk to someone that is neutral, therapy, because sometimes it's not easy to talk to friends and family, especially those that may have a tendency after you've come out of this cycle of sadness and rejection that they'll hold it over your head or bring it up in your time where you don't need it brought up. Sometimes when you're in a vulnerable state, it may not be the best thing to go to friends or family to express, to release that emotion, you know? So if it feels better to speak to someone neutral, a therapist, there's nothing wrong with that either. For some of you, your therapist is going out into nature and just sitting and being able to reflect. For others, it's speaking to the Most High, talking to your ancestors. In whatever way you choose to take a look, step back. Some would say shadow work. Step back. Take that pause to come. The pause to view things. The pause to release the sadness. The pause to do the introspection. The pause to gain enlightenment. The pause to just sit with self and honor where you are in the cycle. Even if it's sadness or feeling rejected, because we all go through it. And that is quite all right. It's what occurs after. Do you hold on to the sadness and let it weigh you down and take you to a deeper levels of depression, holding it on and then having your heart become hardened, where you're not able to communicate? Or then you just focus on, I'm gonna just get the money because these chicks ain't, these dudes, I'm gonna just get that. What is the wisdom? After you've gone through that cycle, what have you gained? Take the pause that's necessary. I just heard somebody, you know how they have this saying, the best way to get over one is to get under another? You better be careful taking those kind of words into your spirit. because you getting out of one and not sitting with self to actually see why this sadness is occurring, what's happening, not doing the introspection, and then taking that same distorted energy and linking up with someone else, you're going to have your few minutes of pleasure. But all you did was put a band-aid on a gaping wound that could have needed stitches. Okay, so let's get some, see if there's any messages coming from the ancestors here to wrap this up, and then I'll do a crystal card. See if we're still recording. Okay, we are. Any messages for the collective towards this message? Anything else? Okay. We have the shadow on the bottom of the deck with trials and tribulations. So yeah, taking the pause to do the shadow work, or to go into the shadows of your mind, of your heart, so that you can see where this sadness is coming from. We have radical truth here with Father God. Tapping into that radical truth that sometimes, yes, we get sad, but you don't have to stay sad. And that now when it comes to soulmates, not only do you want to be on fertile ground, but you want to sow into fertile ground. Card number 43 here, and card number 40. I'm going to move this over here. And then we also have Mother of Fire with It's Time to Rise and Shine. So yeah, you had your cycle of feeling sad, of feeling rejected, and now it's time to tap into that fertile ground that you are, and then connect with others that also have fertile ground for you to sow into. Where is it? So let's read these today, because I feel like with this sadness here, maybe some of you need to hear it wholly. So with the radical truth, it says, and this is card number 43, so to create this stability when it comes to these spiritual lessons and these cycles you're going through, there may be dishonesty or confusion around you. But there is an old saying, the truth will out, or the truth will come out. Or as the grandmas used to say, what's done in the dark will soon come to the light. What do you believe to be true? The ancestor energy is focused on righting wrongs and doing the right thing. It is self-compassionate to be truthful with yourself. It is courageous to be truthful with others. If you root yourself in the truth, you cannot fail. So the ancestral medicine is to allow yourself to be authentic, is a privilege denied to many who came before. How can you be more of yourself? Are you willing to drop the mask at home and in the rest of your life? For the path of ease is not always choosing the easy way out. You're not This is a very dangerous game that you're playing. There is no such thing as a little white lie. Come clean or risk everything. So we have Jupiter here as the planet. Things are expanding for you. As they're expanding, be truthful. If you're sad, it's okay to be sad. If you feel rejected, that's okay too. Everything has its cycle. And it's like you're coming out of this cycle, so it's time to allow the energy of moving forward with a new beginning. Ace of Wands here, right? Things hurt. But the declaration for this is, I keep it real. And Jupiter corresponds to the Hierophant card in the Martin Tarot. And I think that is card number 5. And this sadness card was card number 5. So some of you are sad because you've tried to do things the traditional way, the way others have said it should be done in society. And it's just time for you to keep it real with you and allow yourself to be authentic to you. It's a privilege that many don't have because they care what others think, or they have to keep up a certain thing, or they made a certain amount of money, so it's like you can't associate with this type of people, or you can't have this kind of relationship. Take it as it resonates, okay? Again, the declaration is, I keep it real. Now, we had Mother of Earth with fertile ground here. And it says, what a time to be alive. Enjoy this moment. Be present. You bring home the bacon, you fry it up in a pan, and then you make love just because you can. Let me say that one more time. You bring home the bacon, you fry it up in a pan, and then you make love just because you can. We see you. You are generous and savvy. This is the ancestors talking. We see you. You are generous and savvy of business and a natural cheerleader for others. Make sure you also take care of you as you continue to lead your community. The gentle ancestor is warming, loving, healing, Earth Mama energy, representing fertile abundance and wealth. Down to earth, generous, dependable, and supportive. She really has your back in matters of home and business. Possibilities are all around you. Feel the love. Embody it. Be sensible in your approach. And the ancestral medicine for this one is, the ancestor loves her home. The Mother of Earth is fully grounded and never bored. How can you make your home a more loving and luxurious environment? And for some of you, you may feel that someone is being selfish, shallow, or self-absorbed. This represents Queen of Pentacles energy, and the declaration is, all we do is win. So I feel like for those of you who have your counterpart, because we have the King and the Queen out here together, something you two can say as a declaration to each other is, all we do is win. And then finding a way to make your home a more loving environment. And then last but not least, we had Mother of Fire here with shine and rise, or rise and shine. With this Mother of Fire here, it says, yes. Yes. Own it all. The good, the bad, and the potentially ugly, or the potentially sad, or the ugliness of rejection. Own it all. Own your power. Living life by your own rules is not easy, but this is what is necessary for you. Let the haters hate. Rewind. Say it again. Let the haters hate. One more time, just for the people in the back, they may not have heard it. Let the haters hate. You enjoy the intention. You enjoy the attention. You have the power of influence. Use it wisely. You got next. Many are warmed by the bright light you shine. This makes you a magnet and a social butterfly when you choose to be. Use your powers of influence for good. And the ancestral medicine for this is kaboom. And when I heard that, I heard this tower. That's like lightning struck. Kaboom. Yeah. Kaboom. Guess what? Step into the room. You have inherited your ancestors' passion and enthusiastic penchant for standing out. Be aware of jealousy, deceit, and betrayal. And the correspondence for this is the Queen of Wands. Stop trying to preserve your image. Life is too short to be shallow. The declaration is, my confidence is magnetic. Mother of Fire, Queen of Wands, okay? So, be okay with being yourself. Don't be the shady one. And if you are, do the shadow work to not appear as shady. There's a time for shadow work, and it's so that you don't come out shady, but that you're able to shine your light, rise and shine, to own it all, the good and the bad. Because like I said, we all go through cycles. We all have our ups and downs. It would be great if you were the perfect individual, but not one of us is. So go through the cycles. Recognize when you're in shadow energy, when you're moving in the distorted energy, or when you're just sad, or there's been rejection. We've all had it. We've all seen it. We've all felt it. It's what you do after you come out of that cycle, or as you're going through that cycle, right? As you're going through that cycle, what are you learning? What are you gaining? What tidbits of the lesson are you growing with and evolving with? Okay, so that has been today's message. Let's wrap it up with a few crystals to assist you with any energy when it comes to feeling sad or rejection, how to go through these cycles, to tap into your radical truth, to tap into the fertile ground that is you wholeheartedly, so that you're able to shine and rise. Give us crystals, please. What crystals could assist the collective with any distorted masculine energy or sadness that they may be feeling, or any rejection? Crystals? Anything else? Okay. We have the Cupright and the Cupright. I don't know, that makes me think of an Ace of Cups. And the turquoise. So, because it's like your cup is right side up. So what are you pouring in it? Is it going to continue to be sadness? So then that's what flows out of your cup is sadness? Is it still stuck on rejection? Or is it ready for the radical truth to dissipate any distorted energy? But the Cupright is a crystal that looks like this, right? And this crystal helps to restore your vitality, raise your energy levels. This is due to the jolt it gives your base chakra. Kaboom! It's like when you use this crystal. When you use this crystal, you're going to feel that kaboom energy in your root chakra, because it's helping you to raise the energy levels. It's helping you to tap into that vitality. And when your base chakra is stable, sturdy, then it's like you're standing on a strong foundation. And it also energizes female relationships between the mothers, the sisters, the daughters, and your female partnerships. And then turquoise is a crystal that helps you with the communication. It's a healing stone. It helps with not only the throat chakra, but the solar plexus and the third eye. It also helps you to calm mood swings and stabilizes any thoughts, running thoughts about the sadness, about the rejection. It helps you to stabilize those thoughts and those worries, and at the same time, it can stimulate romance and love, okay? So that has been today's message. I want to thank you for joining me, Tonae Star. And this has been another voyage. This time we went to a dimension where we had to tap into the shadow aspects to balance it out with love. So for those that may be in a cycle of feeling sadness and or rejection, or you're recognizing that as you're doing shadow work that there may be distorted energies around you, or you have some distorted masculine energy within self. Cycles are coming to an end as you do this introspection, and this voyage has helped us to grow through this cycle. So thank you for joining me on this voyage of the Enterprise to the 5D and beyond, because as we say, you have to shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you are still amongst the stars. And to always, always, always let your light shine bright, rise and shine, shine and rise. Thank you for joining me. And yes, your likes, shares, and subscribes are always greatly appreciated. And so are your comments. So leave it in the comments. How do you come out of certain cycles when you're in sadness? What techniques, what ways do you have, even when it comes to rejection, whether it's a heavy rejection or something lightweight, whether it's a job, relationship, or within family? Your comments can assist others, so feel free. And again, I thank you for joining me.